All right, folks.
Hi.
It is the holiday season, and these ladies who are joining us now work 365 days a year to help them support a multitude of causes in and around Gloucester and Cape Ann. And this is, we're all in this together, right?
Well, we're all in this together, Gloucester.
Gloucester, right? And we are joined by Leah Lavasco and Patty Wall and Krista Michelle. Thanks again for joining us.
Yeah, we talked to
having
Kristen
us.
last week.
Yeah, Krista, you're a
so
first back-to-back guest I think we've ever had.
Yeah, right.
Yeah, what are you doing next week?
I'll take the day off.
Well, thanks for joining us.
Yeah, thank
you
you,
for having
all
us.
of you.
So for those who don't know off the top, I guess let's just talk about we're all in this together, how it came about and why, and some of the things you work on for the city.
Okay, so it started back in March 21st, 2020, when the pandemic first started. And what I did was I started a Facebook group, and my hopes of starting the group was just being kind, being good humans, and helping each other find things that we couldn't find out there, which was toilet paper, Lysol, mask, all that. And then it kind of, transitioned over time to bringing groceries to people that had COVID, dropping it off to their doors. And I mean, we just done a million things, from contests to keep people just engaged and distracted about what was going on. It's a scary time. Everyone was scared, and we're just trying to help everybody.
And this was all through Facebook, right?
That was
Yeah.
all through our Facebook group.
Yeah.
So
The power of Facebook.
And that
Yeah.
group
Do
is
good.
almost 7,000 members strong
yes,
now.
yes,
Yeah.
Amazing.
yes.
Are you surprised by that?
It
The energy
grew
that
very
it built?
quickly, and we were
Yeah.
very surprised. Yes.
Yeah.
Yeah. So.
So then you began to get bigger and sort of identify needs in the community and really focus on those. Do you want to talk about that?
So we worked with a lot of our local nonprofits, the Open Door, the Veterans Center, Action, the Gray Center, a number of those organizations who really were meeting people where they were at, trying to evolve and adapt to whatever was happening. So they had individual things that needed to be met. I can give an example of last week. Get a text from the Gray Center. Do you have a walker? We have somebody that has a need. Okay, put it on Facebook. And by 2 o'clock that day, we were delivering
I was
a
picking up 3
walker
walkers.
so their guests could have a way to be mobile around town. We are able to mobilize in that way. They are able to continue doing their work.
Exactly. They're so
That's
busy. They don't have to
important,
stop.
right?
Yeah.
But we can use the network of the community, and there are people that can't leave their house maybe, or can donate things in small ways, but we're able to facilitate that giving and tell the community how they can band together and give, and we're better together. So that's exactly what happened, and we really worked hard, and I'm going to let Patty make this great announcement, but we have taken the next steps. So
Our next step was, as I told you privately, that we became a nonprofit. Our nonprofit is, we're all in this together. Gloucester would be Gloucester Together Gloucester. I thought I was going to mess that
Together
up.
Gloucester Inc.
Gloucester Inc. I was nervous, so I thought I was going to mess that up.
Yeah.
So we're very proud of that. We're very proud that we became a 501c3. We're official. This is our first time announcing it out to everybody. It's been a lot of hard work for all of us to do this, and the community as well. And we have a mission statement that I would like to read to you.
Please do.
We are a charitable organization dedicated to connecting needy individuals with resources and advocates to supporting such individuals financially and emotionally, and to promoting the collective good of the community of Gloucester and Rockport. And we're very proud of that.
Nicely put. Yeah.
Okay, cheery moment.
So, I have a question. So, Leah, you hear about all the lousy things about social media, and I live on social media too. But what is it like being part of a group that is harmonious and where the page is literally just filled with love for the most part? Like, you don't see that, especially on a local level.
And
Well,
it's powerful.
and
I mean, you
very
guys have
powerful.
power
Yeah.
now. Yeah.
What's it like being part of something like that?
It's incredible. It's incredible. Like you said, we're almost 7,000 members. We continue to get people that want to join. We do have our Together Gloucester Inc. business Facebook page now, so anybody can find that. The group is more for Rockport and Gloucester residents. And as you said, it's very uplifting, and everyone's caring, and people have different things they're good at. So we always have new people stepping up to help. And it's just incredible. And we're so happy that it's come to what it's been.
Yeah, it always was sort of like, we talk about this time and time again, the strength of the community and how everyone is in this together and has everybody's backs. There's always something going on. There's always a lot of things going on. And just to see what especially this group has done on just like a whim and a volunteer effort and how that manifested into what it is today, it's really admirable.
I mean, we interviewed you guys in maybe April of 2020.
Yeah.
I mean, it was very early, and you had just started to do this, and it was like, well, didn't feel homespun. It felt like it was heartfelt, and you were trying to do what you could, and look what you've been able to achieve.
Well, and that's what we do. I think we do what we can with what we have, and different things have come up. People will say, well, I have this thing, and then we just whip up an idea and make it happen. Like tomorrow we'll be out in the community with the Community Impact Unit, bringing coats to the community. And we partnered with Second Glance, and it all started because somebody said we have all these leftover coats from the ski board and skate sale in Hamilton. And they all showed up at my house. We were what do we do with these things? So we figured out, well, what can we do with it, and what can we do with it now?
Yeah.
And that's the thing. We have all these great partners. We throw out these ideas. It happens overnight, literally. And here we are. Coats last week, community tomorrow.
Right.
So it's great.
And we are going to talk later to the Art of Lunch people with and you have collaborated with the Cape Ann Museum for that initiative, right? Do you want to say something about
in a parking lot?
Oh, really?
At the Y. We were dropping off a donation that somebody had given us. They wanted to help people that were homeless. So I'm dropping it off, and I see, who's this lady carrying a crock pot? What is she doing? And it was the shelter manager, and she was working, but she was having to feed everybody. And we said, we have to help. So we figured out through paying for meals how to keep the restaurants open, and we fed the people that were staying in the Y, quarantined, every Saturday with the help of Susan Coviello. She was sort of our little community.
North Shore Health.
Yep.
Yeah.
That's where it started. But then Leah has taken it on. Nina and the museum have helped, and now we have.
Leah's the coordinator.
She coordinates
Okay.
meals twice a month. But
So that's how it started. And I'm happy to say, as of yesterday, we have a commitment through November to feed the Grace Center twice a month.
Wow. Cheers
That's
to that.
amazing.
Amazing.
And it helps, as Kristen said, it helps the restaurants.
Right.
It helps the Grace Center. And it gets the word out there. And we have people calling us, how can we do a meal? So we
That's
do have
wonderful.
individuals stepping up and sponsoring a meal individually.
Yeah.
So it's really incredible, and it's just come full circle, and that's one of the things we're so happy about.
Yeah.
Well,
and I
we
think
look.
it's about sustaining things, right? Like we have these ideas and we make them happen, but then they just grow. And then it becomes somebody else's passion idea. We have a lot of those types of things where we like to be able to provide that to the community, but have other partners with us so that we don't have to do, that work. But
And you're not
the
exhausted because there is a sense. Well,
I might get myself a room.
You can nod off on the couch if you
yeah,
want.
right.
It's a little warm.
Yeah, a little warm. That's so funny. But there is a sense of exhaustion when people are volunteering a lot or for one effort. But now you can sort of, move through the community and people, there's just so much enthusiasm on your site is what I'm saying. And it's been 2 years almost. And there's people are still really interested in engaging and helping.
Everybody wants to help.
Yeah.
Everybody does. Everybody does step up.
Yeah.
So now if people want to learn more about We're All in This Together, Gloucester, Inc., however it works out, how can they go about doing that or help out in the immediate efforts for the holiday season as well?
Well, they can, if they're from Gloucester and Rockwood, they can look at our Facebook group page, or they can look at our business page, which is Together Gloucester, and they could. There's ways to communicate with us there if they want to make a donation, whether it be through a check or Venmo, or we have a business Venmo. So there's ways to reach out to us there.
That's great.
And if people have needs and want to reach out, they'll do that the same way?
We do that a lot through advocates in the community. So we work with school nurses, guidance officers, or people in organizations. Like I mentioned before, Vita Brini at the Veterans Office called us, said, we have a veteran, this is the need, what can we do? And we will make it happen. But if somebody personally needed something, they can reach out to us privately, any one of us, whoever they feel comfortable. That's sort of how it works.
Right.
Share as much of their story as they feel comfortable with, and then we'll see what we have at hand, how we can help. And a lot of times we just will provide something to get them over the hump. Like you sort of lose function when everything is so overwhelming. Let's help you now, but these are the community resources that need to help you long term. So that's sort of what we're able to. That's exactly what this is. We had somebody that reached out and said, you know, they advocated for a friend and said, look, this is the situation. They just don't know what to do at this point. And we said, we're going to take care of your kids, and we're going to, you know, share with what to do from here on. But, you know, sometimes we'll get that. Remember in the beginning, somebody reached out and said, my friend has $5. She has no food. But the person didn't know about us, but she advocated for a friend, and Leah and I were down Rocky Neck. You know, when everybody was in their house.
Dropping off
But
groceries.
it's
Yeah.
you can advocate for a friend, you can advocate for yourself, and tell us if there's a need. And sometimes we have everything right there, and other times we'll figure it out.
If we don't have it, we get it.
We find it. It
Right.
could come just as a request of just, can you pray for my family? We put the prayer request out to anything else.
Beautiful work.
So you're going to need a warehouse soon.
We actually talked about that.
I asked my son this morning, he's like, whose shoes are these? I said, oh, you know, somebody's shoes. And he said, I said, do you feel like you live in a mall? He says, kind of.
It was like, there was one time when we did the cereal drive, and that's all you could see over my whole entire living room was like 100 boxes of cereal.
Oh, that was for the open door?
Yes.
Yeah, yeah, that's great.
Awesome stuff. Well, thanks so much for spending time with us this morning. Thanks for all you're doing for the community.
It's
our
And
pleasure.
the entire group. I mean, what an unbelievable story this
Well,
is.
it's Gloucester. It's everybody in the group. It's not just us.
It is,
We're the people
yeah.
you see, but there's hundreds of other people you don't see. And the people that drop off things at the house, please ask first. You know, I came home to a TV one day. I'm like, I didn't ask for this. What am I going to do? But, you know, we can do those things.
Yeah.
You know, small things add up, and Gloucester is helping. You know, we might be the one delivering it, but it's everybody else with their words and their actions that make a big difference.
Nicely said.
Says a lot.
Leah Lavasco, Patty Wall, Krista Michelle, thank you so much. We're all in this together, and we're glad that you were with us today for sure to
Yeah.
share
Thank
some of
Well,
those
thank you
stories.
for having us.
So, yeah, happy holidays.
Happy
We know
holidays.
you have a busy time in front of you, as always. We
Thank you
appreciate
so
it.
much.
Thank you.
Keep coming back and talking to us.
Yeah.
See you next Friday.
Yeah, exactly.
Interested in a sponsorship? Email sponsor@1623studios.org to learn more.